Today we're taking an in-depth look at the Saab JAS 39E Gripen, the latest variant of Sweden's agile multirole fighter. We'll explore its development, design philosophy, key features, strengths, weaknesses, operational record, and how it stacks up in the modern combat air environment. The goal is a thorough script you could use for a YouTube video, roughly 5,200 words, so expect this to be a long, detailed ride. The story of the Gripen begins in Sweden with Saab AB, commonly, Saab, designing a lightweight, flexible, cost-effective fighter capable of meeting Sweden's defense needs. The designation, JAS 39 inches stands for jacked, fighter, attack, ground attack, and spanning, reconnaissance, meaning a single airframe intended to perform multiple roles. By the time the E variant comes along, sometimes called the Gripen E or Gripen NG, in marketing, many upgrades have been applied: larger fuselage, more fuel, more powerful engine, updated avionics, improved weapons integration. The underlying concept remains: a single-engine aircraft, inexpensive to operate, fast to turn around, capable of rapid reaction, and suited to operate from dispersed airfields in a harsh environment. From a visual standpoint, you'll notice the delta wing and canard, small forewings, layout, typical for this Swedish line. The design emphasizes agility, short takeoff, landing capability, and simplified maintenance. The Gripen E retains that profile but with enhancements. Let's roll into specifics. Powerplant, performance and airframe. The Gripen E uses a single engine, the General Electric F414 Ge39E, a version of the F414 series, which provides a significant boost in thrust compared to older variants. Saab claims the aircraft can reach around Mach 2 speed. The power-to-weight ratio is said to be exceptional for this class of fighter. One advantage of this lightweight fighter concept is relatively low operating cost. According to some sources, the Gripen, in earlier versions, had a cost per flight hour significantly lower than many of its peers. For example, one source claims costs of about $4,700 per hour compared to others like the F-16, in its class, that were much higher. Saab and analysts often highlight that you don't need a giant budget to field a capable modern fighter, as part of the value proposition. The aircraft also retains ease of maintenance as a core design aim. It was designed to be maintained with minimal infrastructure, even on basic roads, runways rather than dedicated large airbases, reflecting Swedish defense doctrine of dispersed basing. But that also brings trade-offs, which I'll cover later. From an airframe standpoint, the aircraft has good agility, fly-by-wire controls, and is built to handle a variety of roles: air defense, ground attack, reconnaissance. The delta wing plus canard layout gives good maneuverability. Avionics, sensors and weapons integration. One of the modern strengths of the Gripen E is its sensor fusion capability. This means the onboard systems combine data from multiple sensors, radar, IR, electronic warfare, data links, and present it in a unified manner to the pilot, thereby increasing situational awareness and decision-making speed. The brain of the aircraft has been upgraded compared to earlier versions. Its radar was upgraded to the earlier PS-05, a radar in some earlier Gripens, but the E variant, or its future upgrades, include an AESA, active electronically scanned array, radar, Raven ES-05 or similar, in some sources. The avionics also include modern data links, self-protection suites, targeting pods, reconnaissance modules. In terms of weaponry, the Gripen E is compatible with advanced air-to-air missiles, e.g., the MBDA Meteor long-range missile, and short-range IR missiles, e.g., Iris-T, and a standard 27mm cannon, Mauser BK-27, for close combat. It also supports air-to-ground missions with bombs, missiles and reconnaissance pods. The aircraft has multiple hardpoints for weapons and external stores. Note though that the total internal fuel payload is less than some larger fighters. One must trade size and cost for endurance, payload. Operational doctrine and role. From Sweden's defense thinking, the Gripen is intended not to out massive opponents but to be nimble, affordable, maintainable, and able to operate in a demanding environment, harsh climate, dispersed basing. The ability to operate from semi-prepared runways or even roads was a stated design goal. The idea is fewer high-cost assets, more flexibility and high readiness. In export markets, this appealed to air forces who needed modern capability but at moderate cost, and who valued lower operating costs and simpler logistics. What the aircraft does particularly well. There are several areas where the Gripen E stands out. Cost effectiveness. Because of the lighter airframe, single engine, simplified logistics and maintainability, the running costs are lower than many heavier twin-engine fighters. This is a strong selling point. Agility and operations from austere airfields. The Delta canard layout combined with the sizing allows it to be responsive and operate in tough conditions. Advanced sensors, avionics for its class. The sensor fusion and weapons integration allow it to punch above what you might expect given the size and cost. For example, being able to carry Meteor missiles gives it serious beyond visual range (BVR) capability. Flexibility in roles. Being truly multi-role, it can switch between air-to-air, air-to-ground and reconnaissance missions. This flexibility is increasingly important. Where the aircraft has limitations, trade-offs.